So we went from 50 users to 5. How not listening and not truly understanding our problems led to me needing to pivot and really trying to understand what our customers' problem. I know that at the beginning we were really having a lot of conversations, really trying to understand our customers' issues. And what they were describing sounded a lot like productivity issues, right? I have too many applications. I have data scattered all over the place. I have too many emails to understand. I have chat messages coming from Slack and Teams. I have customers trying to interact with me via text message, via email. I'm in 15 different Slack channels outside of the company, and I really struggle with understanding what's going on, what I need to be working on, and the data that will go into it. Our customers sounded like they couldn't get enough done, and what we believed they need was to effectively organize their data, get it into a central location, and be able to work on that data, be able to work on the problem using that data. However, the problem that was just underneath that was the inability to understand, with all of this information that was scattered everywhere, what was actually happening from a day to day. And we're seeing now that collaboration is a big component to this. Productivity is extremely important, but you can't be productive if you don't really understand what you need to be doing at any given time. Most of the productivity tools, and we fell into this trap, allow a user to say, this is what I need to do throughout the day. Here are the tasks I need to do. Here are the projects that I'm working on. However, they don't take into account, I may not know what all of the tasks I need to do. I may not know what the steps are to get to the end result for this project. I know that one of my coworkers understands one aspect of the project and another coworker understands a second aspect of the project. And I understand my aspect of the project. What each of us is struggling with is understanding each other's aspect to the project and how they all fit together. Prismatic Forge is making a pivot. We have absolutely failed, and we are trying to make a concerted effort to solve I want to understand what the other members of my team's inputs are and how they affect the work that I'm currently doing. Additionally, how does the work that I'm currently doing affect the work that they're trying to do? How often have you been in a situation where you submit, you say, here is my output, somebody gets it, and they say, this doesn't fit with what I'm doing. Or now this other person has to change their entire approach because the work that was given to them by one, two, or many other people doesn't quite align with what they understood. I've been in that situation where I'm the one that didn't completely understand. Additionally, an executive or the leader of that team sets the mission objective, sets this is our goal for this project, right? And within that goal, that leader wants to have updates consistently. Right now, the way they do it is to have meetings. We all know that stopping work, having a meeting, discussing the work that you're trying to accomplish, and then getting back to work takes not just the amount of time for your meeting, but probably takes double. If that meeting was an hour long, you probably stopped 15 minutes before the meeting to kind of get ready for it. Maybe even an hour or two before the meeting to prep some PowerPoint slides or some kind of visual for the meeting. That takes what, an hour, 2 hours. You have the meeting, and then after the meeting, you're going to take whatever input was provided and adjust what you were doing. All of a sudden, an update meeting to find out progress takes 2, 3, 4 hours, rather than that leader being able to have a system where they can just simply ask, what is going on with this project? And so if all of the team members are truly collaborating, not just chat in Slack, but truly collaborating where documents are being shared and visualizations are being shared and work output is being shared, no matter what that work output is, right? You could be in supply chain and that work output could be the schedule, the ordering schedule for the materials necessary for your plant to produce the widget that you produce. It could be a software development team and the code changes that are needed for the next feature. It could be an HR team trying to set a new recruiting plan and all of the aspects that go along with the marketing of jobs, the job descriptions, pay, evaluations, and all of those things. Not only am I hiring, but how does this hiring affect the rest of the team? What does my budget look like? Things along those lines. And the leadership within HR wants to understand, where are we at with planning for the new HR plan or the new supply chain plan? Or a person who's trying to manage a plant of workers and the work that they're doing, and they want to understand, hey, am I going to have everything I need to have for people to work tomorrow? Or halfway through tomorrow, am I going to have to send people home because I don't have enough parts? Again, it should just be a simple question. Do I have enough parts? What is the current status of the HR plan? A tool should be out of the way. It should allow for users to actually move forward rather than input a pile of information and hope that someone else can make sense of it. We're hoping that by creating a better collaboration platform that enables the productivity pieces that we saw were problems, but also enables all of the users within an organization or within a team to come together in a place, track emails, track their chat messages, track the current working documents, track the finished documents, and additionally have organizational knowledge from actual finished work of the past that can come in and bring context. And the final piece to it is, we don't just want a place to shove all of that into some random folder and then everybody be expected to read the folder, read the documents, and understand everything that the company has ever done, so that when you do the next thing, you're not either repeating work or going against what the company wanted. So one part of this is the relationships of these documents, of these work outputs, chats, and emails, and understanding of what is related to the work I'm doing, what contradicts the work that I'm doing, and what information could be useful that I don't know right now. What is that gap of information that I have? These are the things that, while no one was saying them directly, as I really sit down and review all of the discussions and the hundreds of chats that I've had with people, the video calls, and everything else that I've had with people, these are the little things that they would bring up as roadblocks that they have. But none of them seem to stand out independently until I really took a step back and said, what am I really doing here? Am I just trying to make an ugly baby pretty? Or am I actually solving a problem? Well, I think now I'm actually trying to solve a problem, which is these roadblocks to true team collaboration, rather than a different way to message each other and to facilitate the ability of each individual on a team to understand what the other individuals are working on and how my work enhances the work that everyone else is doing, hopefully getting to a faster resolution to a project, a task, or a document, and to allow me to actually understand my contribution to work and for my leadership to understand mine and my coworkers' contribution. We have a new page up at prismaticforge.com. It's detailing what our pivot is going to look like. I would love for you to join our beta program. I want to have video calls with all of our beta users weekly and really try and make sure that this time I'm solving problems and not just creating technology that is less than useful for our customers. Thank you.